Hello, how are you? Coming to you from Capital One Financial Institution. Carla, thank you for joining. Thank you so much for your contribution to Kenya Prophet Foundation. Greatly appreciate. I talked with Prophet this morning and beautiful. Hello. I am welcoming you to a VIP location of Capital One. I am standing so you can see the logo, and in a moment I will be joining my moon area that was allocated by Capital One for today's event. And there is a big connection to DOGE now. So give me a moment. Hello, Libertan, and give me a moment so other people can join us. This is a fast space. This is a fast space. Adriano, say hello to Adriano. Follow him. He's coming to us all the way from beautiful northern Italy. Passport holder for at least 2.5 years. Beautiful artist. Okay, so stay tuned. In a minute, I will share with you really exciting information. And Carla knows a little bit about it because I shared my new way of promoting Lady Rocket Foundation wallet, Dodge, and all of you. Hello, Sam. Okay, couple more minutes. By the way, I'm in Los Angeles, and this is one of the beautiful locations with VIP presence of a lot of brands and banking institutions. Okay, today's event, symbolically staged at the Capital One location, represents Copernic Space and Lady Rocket Foundation strive to be very innovative, inclusive, and inviting prominent financial brands who are seeking new relationships, who are seeking new opportunity to expand into our Web3 community, and Capital One is one of those companies. But what did put Capital One on my priority list ahead of the other brands that I am collaborating with is, and a lot of you are very young, so you might not remember, but I do. There was a commercial that was announced as one of the top 5 American commercials ever, sponsored by Capital One, I think like 10, 20 years ago, but it's still remembered by the advertising community. And the reason that I'm inviting you to be with me, a guest of Capital One, is because the commercial is what's in your wallet? What's in your wallet? You might remember. So I am adopting this famous question, what's in your wallet, as a part of Lady Rocket Dodge Wallet to the Moon campaign. It gives me opportunity also to start relating to the Capital One, just like what I'm doing today, because one of the effects of being part of the Copernic Space Passports community and Lady Rocket Foundation is that we take no prisoners and we use our extensive brand relationship, innovation, and the resources to bring to you potential sponsors of your tokens, of your NFTs, and in this case, potential sponsorship for our campaign to promote sending Dodge Moon wallet to the moon in October. So let me walk into my moon setup area. Okay, here they are. I have 2 moons. Thank you, Capital One. And the bottom line, and something that I am very proud of, and I want to welcome in particular our passport holders. Copernic Space Platform proved itself to be extremely functional and able to deliver miracles. Thank you, Carla. Within pretty much 24 hours, well, a little bit more, from the time when I conceived the idea to the time when we actually delivered Dodge Moon Wallet to the Moon Cargo, it took only about, let's say, roughly 30, 35 hours to make it happen. So we are dealing with self-contained, open to you, opportunity to deliver on what Elon Musk discussed, promised, stated, which is let's take DOGE to the moon. I'm thrilled to announce that Lady Rocket Foundation and Copernic Space are making it happen. We'll be reaching out to Elon. Well, we are also opening this wallet to the participation of those, yes, hello, Fanny, to the participation of those who want to participate in this historical opportunity to place your Dodge as the first Dodge colony on the moon. There is an in-depth creative branding strategy. Hello, my friends, digital Robin. There is incredible strategy that has never been executed. And it's also the demonstration of my commitment and your commitment, because I think we share the value of paying attention and emphasizing ethos and legacy of DOGE, which started pretty much with the ethos and commitment of to do only good every day. So I am choosing DOGE as my coin of choice to place it on the moon instead of Bitcoin or some other uh, coins. We will provide Bitcoin opportunity, but the first one is DOGE. Why? Because in everything we do here on Earth and later on the moon, we want to very much, hello K9, deliver real, authentic, funded by us opportunity for you to do good and embrace DOGE as a token, which I think is in a dramatic need to be re-embraced and engaged and invited to gain its prominence. Dogecoin has phenomenal community, just like we have phenomenal communities, probably one of the most integrated, most active community. I love the tradition of Tipping Tuesdays, which I will be using to provide the Doge into the Doge wallet. I will be opening up opportunity to speak, ask questions. Let me move to the quieter area of the club because the beauty of what we are doing is that you will be able to participate in phenomenal programs that will be funding DOGE projects on the moon, optimized around financial systems. So pretty much what Copernic Space is doing with you, and this is what Moon Funds organized around the world will do, is we will see if Dutch community is ready to participate in funding my philanthropic initiatives, which, as you know, includes animals, includes young students, young women, but a focus is on funding something unprecedented that Copernic Space can deliver. Please listen carefully because that's a history in the making. During the last 4 days, we've negotiated and agreed with a satellite company who will be launching its satellites on SpaceX that Copernic Space will implement blockchain nodes, nodes on the satellites, creating a foundation for off-planet financial transactions, off-planet financial transactions. And also, we will be working very hard and attracting new capital to create a financial transaction infrastructure on the moon, where DOGE will be designated to be a coin that we will utilize for moon transactions. Now, thank you for your, because I'm so proud of what Grant and Copernic's team did. And incredible support that we got from several space companies, because to add something to the payload takes a collaboration with at least two companies who are then collaborating with SpaceX on logistics and proper placement of the cargo. In addition, we are offering 2 wallets only to our passport holders if you have compelling reason to ask for your own DOGE wallet because you can attract other DOGE community members and start funding your own initiative on the moon. We have two wallets available to our community. So if you want to do it, DM me and Grant. And then I am exploring multi-$100,000 arrangements with the brands, and this is why I am symbolically here at Capital One VIP location, because with time allowed, I want to, I would say, create unprecedented opportunity to leverage significant funding and brands who comply, who are similar to what drives us, which is doing good on Earth, but also in space, and invite them to sponsor, to acquire a right to have their own wallet. To share with you also innovation of the business model. And Charlie of CatCoins is here, and he's already going with CatCoin to the moon. So what I am putting in place from the standpoint of allocating of innovation, branding innovation and budget is a possibility of selected brands to brand the wallet with the name of the sponsor, either corporation, foundation, individual, or combination of all of the above. So Copernic Space, together with Lady Rocket Foundation, created, I would say, the next big step in landing on the moon and transforming this opportunity not into just arrival on the moon, but taking our capabilities, vision, and implementing something that I think will support the Dutch community and all of us in a very unique way. Lady Rocket Foundation, Dutch Moon wallets attached to the fund that will be financing technology and projects that will be implementing Dutch functionality on the moon. So I want to acknowledge Charlie, whose CatCoin is also going to the moon in his own wallet. So there are two coins that are making it to the moon: CatCoin and Dogecoin. And we pretty much have a monopoly in a good sense of this meaning for that. I want to thank K9 for his support and handholding that he offered me, so I could very quickly execute what appeared to me to be absolutely crazy, bold idea, and wasn't sure if we can make it happen, but with the help of K9, Grant, and Copernic Space Team, this is what we have for you. So perhaps if someone would like to share, especially maybe my special friend Carla or Liberta, please raise your hands, K9. I want it to be interactive. I want you to ask questions, point out some functionalities that might be meaningful. Again, I am at the Capital One VIP area. It's a club. Um, because I am also sharing with you that I will be exploring very quickly opportunity to team up with Capital One as a creator of the advertisement, what is in your wallet, and use it potentially for promotion of our wallet. So please go ahead. If someone would like to share, raise your hand. Thank you, Charlie. Okay, Charlie, do you want to join and tell us about also your journey to the moon? And listen, what it also means is that we'll be starting phenomenal promotion events, Lady Rocket pop-ups. The next big one that I want to invite passport holders in particular is scheduled on July 20th for the anniversary of Apollo 11 moon landing. And I will be hosting our guests in real life and on X, coming to you from W Hotel Hollywood, which is a mecca of Los Angeles music industry, next to Capitol Records, and next to something that very few people know, that on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood, we have Apollo 11, beautiful, huge star on Walk of Fame dedicated to Apollo 11 astronauts and moon landing. So I've been doing it for about 10 years, gathering youth, celebrities, musicians, and celebrating moon landing. This year, I am adding our passport holders, and we'll be talking a lot about DOGE coin going to the moon with Copernic Space in October. So my question is, who is going to the moon? What's in your wallet? And who is going to the moon with Dodge? And you have a short, listen, to get a wallet and put it into the SpaceX, we have a time till Friday. Incredible feature that Copernic Space implemented is that you will be able to feed Dogecoin all the way till arrival on the moon and beyond. So this wallet will be fully functional, and you can use it to attract new contributions. You can use it to spend funding on planet Earth. So if you have a projects that you are fundraising for, you can use your Moon Dodge to finance your on the Earth project. And beginning of the next year, we should be able to let you acquire transactions on the moon. Oh, Grant is here. Fantastic. Let me invite you to speak or co-host. So, Grant, you just joined us. I just had a little tour of Capital One VIP Club, and as a symbolic initiation of our dialoguing with Capital One as a potential sponsor and someone who would agree to let us use their famous advertisement line. What's in your wallet? That I remember. Okay, Grant, fantastic. Thank you for joining us. Tell us about how you were able to facilitate creation of the Dodge wallet, arrange opportunity to send it to the moon, and make it functional the way that you can describe. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Grant Blaisdell here. I'm CEO and co-founder of Copernic Space. Before I even get started, this is my personal account, but I'll pin it at the top anyways. Here you have the Lady Rocket Foundation Doge Moon Fund wallet. So this is the Lady Rocket Foundation's wallet that is going to the moon. Not only is it going to the moon, but it's to be treated as a community fund for the Doge community, um, to be able to contribute to finance future missions. This includes anything from uh, Doge node on a satellite, which we already have everything situated to be able to do that, to a dedicated Doge moon mission, to a dedicated Doge rocket, right? In which we can put in our payloads, our assets, and then use the Copernic Space platform to tokenize them. And what we're working with also with the wider Doge community is how to properly integrate Doge as a chain so that these assets can be put on Doge according to according to the standard, the industry standard that we've been building for a couple years, along with space companies. I'm not going to be here for a long time. By the way, Omar, we're trying to add you, but it's um, rugging. But either way, so I'm not going to be here with you guys for a very long time. But with that said, to what Lady Rocket asked, what we're doing is we're actually sending the wallet of private keys to the lunar surface as a file. Uh, right before, once it's on the lunar surface, we're going to use that standard to tokenize and verify authenticity and ownership of it. And then when the Lady Rocket Foundation chooses, that wallet is transferable, its ownership, its private keys, et cetera, are transferable or tradable to somebody else through the Copernic Space platform. Okay, so this is one Doge wallet that is for sure going. We have some passport holders, which I'll pin at the top, what are our passports. We have some passport holders who are sending some of their own Doge assets, the white paper, etc., to the moon, which we're also utilizing our standard to tokenize into real world space assets. So there's a variety of different Doge related assets that are going to the moon that are going to be tokenized on this, but to the wallet opportunity. So what we've done is we've opened up a temporary last minute sort of opportunity because of the great feedback we're getting from the Doge community, to give a few select entities, projects, people access through this wallet concept that we've been talking about, right? So if you guys are interested in that, DM me at this Copernic Space account, okay? And we'll try to process that for you as best and as soon as possible. I can't make any promises around it as these are the last minute sort of things. So it's first come, first serve around it. And once again, if you're interested in how to gain privileged access to our platform, these sort of opportunities, space assets, moon missions, etc., I pinned some info about our passports at the top, which I saw Charlie came up to speak. Charlie's and Catcoin are large holders of our passports. I say Carla just gave a heart. Carla is one of our recent passport holders, so shout outs to Carla over there. And I'll also pin some stuff at the top just about the moon mission overall, so you guys can read about that. But either way, Doge to the moon is a literal thing now. It is not a just a term used to hype. So, but not only it's about going to the moon here, it's about really the holy grail, which is how do we verify authenticity and ownership of these assets in space? And then how do we create the marketplace that generates further value for those assets and the asset holders and whatever they provide to the buyers, right? So it's about building the economic system on chain for what's going to be the largest and most important market and asset class ever, which is space. So make sure to check out the pinned tweets. Here's another one that's about the moon mission. You can see some other big crypto projects that are going to the moon with us, like Lobo, some other big blockchains like Kudos. And last but not least, I'll leave it with our passports. So if there's anything else I need to be asked right now, go for it because I'm going to run in a moment.
Uh, Thank you, Grant, so much. I appreciate you taking away, getting out of your meetings and joining us, because this is a very powerful but also spontaneous event. I appreciate all our participants. You are the first to know, first having access to what Grant described is unprecedented way to bring Dodge to the moon as a reality, and you being able to own it either by contributing to Lady Rocket wallet, which I love for you to do. And I want to thank Mama Donna and users who are present here for them joining us. They are particularly important part of our community and passport holders because they remember very well and even have families who participated in Apollo 11 moon landing. So I think to me it's emotionally very important because I believe that we are creating completely new relationship with crypto, with Doge, just like Charlie creates a new relationship with his Catcoin that allows it to run away from being totally dependent only on the speculation and shows a true inherited value in the coin.
Let
Thank you.
a quick alpha. I'm sorry to interrupt before I leave.
Sure.
Quick alpha for everybody. It's pinned at the top. Here's a Doge project to the moon. Literally, passport holders are going to get NFTs courtesy of Mars landers. So if you want some Mars Lander NFTs, if you're depending on how many passports of which type you hold, you'll get a larger allocation. So if you want to get Mars Landers and then privileged access to the actual Mars Lander assets on the moon, um, go to the other pin tweets around the passports,
Uh-huh.
which I'll pin right before I leave as well. So this is some alpha. It's not really publicly announced yet. Mars Landers put it out today that they're going to the moon, but there's a whole collab here going around the NFTs for our passport holders. So go and get your passports. I'm going to bounce. Okay, tomorrow we have our own Twitter space on Copernic Space where we'll talk more about the Doge Moon Fund and some of this other stuff that's happening. And you have the link to it in the latest pin tweet there. Okay, so check out the
Thank you.
passports. It's you got links up there at the top. You can just put in Copernic Space Passport in Google. It'll pop up with a landing page dedicated to it. Other than that, donate to the Copernic Space Doge. I mean, sorry, the Lady Rocket Foundation's Doge Moon Fund. You have pin tweet there. We've been getting some nice donations coming in, and to the moon, literally.
Thank you, Grant. So people can find the address to the wallet. Is it like in the first? Is he gone? Not
It's in the
yet.
latest. It's in the latest pin tweet, as well
Okay.
as the link to the Twitter space. So shout outs to our passport holders in the room. What's up, Charlie? Adriano, Carla's the new one. I see Robert's in here as well. And also shout outs to Book, because a lot of this stuff with Doge, uh, Book has been very instrumental, in initial discussions with us and also talking from the technology level. So shout outs to everybody here. I'm going to run and thank you.
Thank you so much, Grant. Appreciate. Yes, I want
Of
to
course.
acknowledge books because it was his ability to enlighten me, inspire me, and what we are doing also is connected to our desire to support Dogenals as a very important extension of Doge blockchain. So again, I also want to acknowledge my friend, artist Digital Ronin, who just created, Digital Ronin created something that I've been missing, beautiful art where Elon Musk and I stand together with a Dodge, and I believe there is a picture of the moon in the background because I will be approaching Elon Musk. We are his clients. We are a space company. We are sending Dodge with the intent that he had to do something good. So I'm excited about seeing where possibility with Elon might take us. Okay, fantastic. So would someone like to share? Edster is also with us. A recognition to Edster, our London-based incredible artist and philanthropist. Please check his art. And I want to recognize Prophet. He's coming to us from Nairobi, Kenya. He went to the educational programs of Lady Rocket Foundation and has been working with Lady Rocket Foundation for almost 2 years. It's a difficult time in Kenya, so please support him as well. And part of the DOGE initiatives will allow me to finance bringing DOGE to Africa, just like it was promised, and putting it in the hands of real Kenya youth leaders like Prophet, who is spending a lot of time and resources to build Web3 in Kenya for all of us. So I am thrilled that there are so many beautiful people with us, motivated. Sam, here's K9, T-Star, Roland, Marcy, and of course, Javati. And Charlie, if you want to pick up, and okay, please go ahead, introduce yourself and tell us about your great moon journey.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Thank you for having me up here. I just got home from work, got done early a little bit today, so it's a pretty good day. Pretty good day in my book. Yeah, I'm Charlie with Catcoin. I was a part of Dogecoin community for since like late 2009, right before everything started really taking off with it. I loved how the community is. I still do. I still hold my cat or my Doge from then, and I got into Catcoin. I mean, I love cats and I love dogs, right? So it's only right. It's only right to have one or the other, right? Like you could have both, right? You could put one on the moon. Why not have both on the moon? So yeah, that's what we did. Well, that's what we're doing with the love of Lady Rocket and Copernic Space. Everything that we've been doing so far has led up to this point was mainly our philanthropy and everything that we've been doing revolving around that for almost 3 years now. We didn't let the bear run bring us down. We still stayed around. We didn't care about our market cap. We were caring more about what we can build for the long term. We're a long term project that was brought together from, I would say, a bad incident early on in the beginning. The community took over, and we created, in my eyes, something special, something unique, and fully decentralized. Nobody owns Catcoin. Anybody can come in and get involved with it. Um, we just work every day. I was able to meet up with Lady Rocket out in California. That was an amazing journey, amazing trip for me. That was my first time in Cali. I flew from New Jersey, where I'm residing now, all the way out to California, and that was like one of my longest flights as well. So it was a little nerve wracking, but I went and I did it. I put my boots to the ground, as they would say, right? So that's what we're about. I don't want to take too much time. This is more of a Doge space, and I love Doge too. So, we could work together, we could work in unison and really create something special. Um, yeah, that's what I got from my side. I'm a little flustered. I literally just walked in the door, so
Well,
it's
thank you. Thank you for joining us. And I had a great time with Charlie, and it is a demonstration of so important personally to me, a collaboration with you that integrates spectacular, unprecedented way to give you new ammunition to stand out and be proud and be counted, because with Charlie, we masterminded taking over pretty much SpaceX rocket launch as our background to pre-announce Catcoin's journey to the moon. I already shared it with you, but I am never tired to tell you that one of the key guests of our real life SpaceX rocket launch event was my cat, Apollo 11, who acted beautifully. And we were going through the sonic boom because at Vandenberg, most of the rocket launches include a return of the rocket to the launch pad, which includes absolutely incredible sonic boom. So for those of you who are musicians, I am looking for someone who has a passport and would like to produce with me incredible music that hasn't been composed yet for a SpaceX rocket launch to the moon, that would include sounds of the rocket engines, which are unbelievable, and also famous sonic boom. So relationship with us gives you an opportunity to step into great creativity area, and if it makes mutual sense, we can invite you, host you for events that no one else can match. And I want to acknowledge that Charlie and Lady Rocket Foundation made donation in cryptocurrency to shelter, cats and dog shelter next to SpaceX rocket launch facility. So it's all based on authenticity, creativity, doing things that normally are not being done. And we are privileged to have budget to be able to conceive and execute sometimes even priceless events, because you cannot really hire anyone to get you close enough to the SpaceX rocket in the right place at the right time and host your private event. And we are starting to look into Walmart because they have ambition to be extremely proactive in new technologies. I met with the CEO of Walmart at Consumer Electronics Show, but I am mentioning it because opportunistically we accepted donation from Walmart in the form of champagne. So, step by step, every situation, just like what's happening here today, that I am at the Capital One VIP lounge, so I can speak from the standpoint of being the first to invite them to the moon and potentially use their beautiful line, "What's in your wallet?" So anyway, and Carla, thank you for your beautiful evening events. Follow Carla. Her events in the evening are spectacular because they involved Web3 film. And I am mentioning it because there are two projects that I would love to execute as a film project. One, cats playing chess, produced in St. Louis in collaboration with a chairman of the Worldwide Chess Organization and very famous film producer, and then our friends from Purina. And another one is, of course, incredible show about taking DOGE to the moon. So Web3 film, Web3 studio is also something that is included in Lady Rocket Foundation activities. Okay, if someone would love to share, please do. Otherwise, I will not hold you too long because we have a lot of work to do. But thank you for coming. It's important to me to see you today and join us tomorrow where Grant will be talking in more detail. But bottom line, speaking about the bottom line, send your DOT 1, 2, 3, 5, 500, whatever you wish, because you will be in the first batch of people who are putting the DOT into the wallet that will be promoted, that will be connected to the spectacular DOGE financial infrastructure projects. And we are doing it together with you, our community, our passport holders, our friends. And we have a pleasure of knowing you, so many of you also in person, which is priceless. And so, Charlie, thank you for sharing. Crypto Bus, you are a good speaker. Would you like to share something? Or Carla, let me invite also Carla.
I just wanted to hop in and say as well, like we go by the same kind of line as Doge, do only good every day. So
Yes.
for Catcoin, we have making every opportunity worthy, and that's meow. So come meow with us. Let's
Meow.
make every opportunity worthy.
Yes, Charlie, remember it's meow to the moon. Okay?
Yes.
Meow to the moon. Fantastic. Carla, thank you for joining us. I would love to hear from you. Thank you, Charlie.
Absolutely, Lady Rocket. First of all, just hello to everyone. You are incredible, Lady Rocket. I do have a question for you. What's in your wallet?
Well, right now the wallet that I cherish is, of course, the Dodge one. But otherwise, I am equipped in old-fashioned credit and debit cards. And you know what? This is the universe that we should revolutionize. I would love to issue first moon cards, and I want to have moon cards in my wallet. And you just motivated me to do it faster. And since I've in my past life I computerized and funded a lot of banks. Yes, a lot of you don't know me from my past life. I used to be senior executive of Hewlett Packard and Compaq, and I computerized countries, elections, financial institutions, Wall Street. So I feel very well prepared to launch Moonbank. So, Carla, thank you for the question. I hope I will be able to soon answer. I have a Moon card in my wallet, and so do you.
Absolutely. Let's go. You just run with all of your ideas. And I think it's just the most amazing thing to watch you building in public and actually making things happen. I just want to say to everyone, hello, you're in the right space at the right time. Definitely act on any of your most, wildest ideas, because that is what Web3 is about. It is the playground of the future, and everyone is welcomed here, especially with Doge. What I love about Doge is its accessibility, of course, because it's not as cost prohibitive as some of the other blockchains and coins currently available. And of course, the mantra of do only good every day. So, Doge, when I started building on it, with my business partner, J5. He has the nodes, he runs the nodes, he's able to, bring to life some of the creative art that we have, and has turned them into Dogenals. So Dogenals has been a beautiful representation of what is possible on the blockchain and so much more. So I'm just really excited about all the Copernic Space initiatives. I think being a passport holder just recently is definitely one of the best investments I have made this year. And it's already, proving itself so worthy, and it is a steal. So please, if you haven't looked into it already, definitely do so. It's going to open up so many doors, especially, just having the overwhelming support of you, Lady Rocket. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Carla. And follow Carla. Stop by her wonderful evening events. full of incredible people. We named some of them Hollywood tycoons, but importantly, they are full of creativity and they are enhancing the utility and the mission of Web3 by bringing it to ultimately, I would say, the most impactful form of art that humans created, which is film. And usually it's films that you remember forever, that allow us to revisit our value system, our life, our purpose. And I will be very, very happy to have our CAT studio in St. Louis start doing Web3 films as well. So drop in your Dodge so I can show people that you participate. I think it's Dodge today is like 12 cents. So it's a steal. And another steal is Catcoin. Make yourself billionaire by getting Catcoin. Shirley, where could people go to get Catcoin?
So the easiest way right now is to just go through our website, click on the link that says how to buy, and that way our website is catcoin.io. Currently we're not on all the major exchanges, so it's not as easy to obtain like Dogecoin, but that just means that you're super early. You're able to get in at a really good position because we've been working at this for 3 years. We're not going to give up. We're going to just keep building and keep growing. So eventually we will be up there. We will be, up in that 10, I would say that 10 what is
Top
it?
dogs.
The 10 I can't even think of it right now, but like the rating of all the coins will be in the
Yes.
top 10 up there. I believe it, I
Yes.
see it, and I'm going to keep working for it. And I know our community that's been here pushing with us is going to keep doing the same. We're just going to keep growing. So right now I would say just go to our website, catcoin.io. You can run through our white paper. We have how to buy videos. There's a bunch of different things. You could check our YouTube as well. We're all around. I can post our information
Please
in
go
the
ahead.
top here. Yeah.
So
Yep.
you have a dual opportunity, personal invitation from Charlie, leader of Catcoin community, straight back from SpaceX rocket launch, and I feel truly historic opportunity for you to drop a few or many Dogecoins to Lady Rocket Foundation wallet. And what's very unique here is that I opted to make a wallet part of Lady Rocket Foundation, which is a track record of 7 years of doing a lot of good. My website doesn't reflect it yet because we are building a brand new website with K9. But if you go on my Twitter, etc., you will see that I've been doing good in space for people on Earth and animals pretty much since 2017. So this is not created overnight intent. And I wanted to send a message to other foundations to adopt Dodge as a way to build a bridge to the Web3, okay, which can be fantastic way to usher corporations, but also foundations to our Web3 world. And this is a part of the Lead Rocket Foundation mission to lean on my um, uh, ability to innovate relationships with brands around Web3 goals and more, because they don't have it in their to-do list. But when we went and met with Purina, and this is why Cat Studio is in St. Louis, because Purina, largest in the world producer of cat and dog food, is there. And it is such incredible pleasure and empowerment to be an American entrepreneur where you can find a way to finance your entrepreneurial ideas. And if something makes sense to start in St. Louis, and of course, we are going to have a cat studio in Hollywood, but St. Louis will be a symbolic location. We are already part of T Rex Entrepreneurial Center, and Mark Donovan, that Charlie met, Senior Vice President of Purina, in charge of digital and AI, is helping me transform it into reality. And last but not least, T-shirt, as you can see, to the moon with Dodge. It was collaborated with one of the very kind of VIP t-shirt guys here in Los Angeles. And he always can produce for me like in a matter of 1 or 2 hours if I need it. He's been affiliated in the past with Billionaires Boys Club, which was started by Farrell. And Farrell is very passionate about moon, so we'll be making ourselves recognized for taking DOGE to the moon, and see who else will be joining us. All right. Any questions? Anyone else would like to share? If not, I will let you go.
Yes, we have Crypto Bus up here, Lady Rocket.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you. Crypto Bus.
Well, how are you today?
Seems like we never stopped talking to each other since this morning.
No, we started at the Geezer show and having a good time. My name is Crypto Bust. Just for you all that don't know who I am an artist by having fun here in Web3, and I do a lot of artwork with Lady Rocket and other communities that we've been playing with. But I just want to let you know that the Geezers have already sent our money to Lady Rocket to the foundation to get our coins on the moon. I want
Oh,
you to know that. Mama Donna and
thank
I did
you.
that first thing this morning, after our show. So it's very
Fantastic.
important. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
I want to say thank you very much for all the opportunities you keep bringing up to all of us. I mean, I've done a lot of pieces of artwork for Lady Rocket Foundation, and I'm going to tell you, it's amazing how many places that she goes and places that she meets with different people to make this work. And I'll tell you what, it's our benefit that we get to have every day. So thank you, Lady Rocket, for everything.
Thank you, Crypto Bus, and thank you, Mama Donna. Mama Donna is phenomenal. She is helping break the barrier of entry for a lot of women, and some of it is educational barrier because the blockchain is not easily taught or accessible. So both. Crypto Bus and Mama Donna and Geezers as an incredible organization are truly a champions of crypto and Web3. And importantly, they are geezers. So I hope that all of you understand what it is. I didn't know this word until I met them. So they are what is normally called retirement and age, but they are absolutely not retired. And CryptoBus is phenomenal. Like he said, sometimes I land in Las Vegas for Formula One, and I have a situation. And I call him, say, "Listen, can you come up with McLaren? Me standing to McLaren. I need my token, and can you get it to me like in an hour? Because sometimes with brands, you just have to, show up and continue." Impressing them or pushing them forward, and he's incredible. From Super Bowl to Formula One, he can create a message of space, co-branding, because I believe that co-branding and philanthropy will be two utilities that will help us differentiate in a very, very crowded crypto community. So thank you for your donation. It's very, very special. And to the moon, my friends.
To the moon. We will
Yes.
be there. We will be heading there in October. We have our own flight going to the moon. So we're excited. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I want to welcome J5, who is also a very special friend, and AK. I must invite both of you to speak, and AK in particular, because he's also going to the moon and is part of the incredible project. So please, if you would like to share, I am sending you an invitation to speak. And also J5, if you like to share, please join us.
Hey, Lady Rocket. Thanks for letting me jump up and speak. And I don't know if you were calling on me. There was kind of a delay there for a minute, but thank you, Carla, for co-hosting. I've co-hosted a few spaces. I know that's, definitely takes some tech skill there. And I just want to say hi to Mama Donna and Charlie and Crypto Bus. I jumped into space because I kind of heard you talking about the Doge chain, and the last space I jumped on with Lady Rocket, she had CTMZ and Jeter on Soul, which is people from a whole different community that I've hung out with several times on many different spaces, and I kind of came in the space and I'm like, wow, how are all these people together in like a space? I know everybody here, so it just was really cool to see like that community and that whole just theme of that space, and then this one totally different. In terms of like the Doge chain that you were talking about earlier and your Doge wallet. I do have Doge sitting in a few really old wallets. I'm going to send some to your wallet as part of that donation, just to the wallet that you guys are dedicating to the moon. And you've kind of inspired me because like I've seen the Doge chain for a long time. I've followed it for a while, and I've just kind of put it on the back burner. You know, I've looked at other chains, Solana and Base and Pulse chain. You guys really are bringing a lot of spotlight back to the Doge chain. I think that's a great thing. It is really taken for granted, and I think it's important because it's connected to Doge, which is supported by Elon, who controls SpaceX, who just got the contract for that new space vehicle. It was like $800 million contract. And so I've kind of seen all those dots getting connected, and so you've inspired me to want to do something myself on the Doge chain. Because if you guys have a Doge blockchain address, we can send Doge to it. But I think we can also send other tokens if you can build other tokens on the Doge chain, which I know you can. So, and this is something I want to kind of propose to Catcoin as well. Like, how how about being the first cat coin that like does something on the Doge chain? And it's just an idea for the future, but I think like um even something as simple as like building a token for your project Catcoin or Cyber Doge on the Doge chain, even if you don't attach liquidity to it, just having some tokens and just being able to send that to the donation wallet for the even the future of adding liquidity is something that is just like a new idea I was kind of thinking about. I thought that would be cool for your community, my community, something to present to these communities of here's how you can build on the Doge chain, but in terms of not
Thank
adding
you.
liquidity or adding for something special, like there's no risk. It's all for supporting the chain, supporting the wallet, and that may drive a lot of value from these communities who see this to actually send Doge that has liquidity, that has value to help increase that donation wallet and the things you can do with it. Something we heard in a DM recently about you, Lady Rocket, was from people who have been in your community, new who we've known, are like, wow, these people are probably very wealthy. The families that you guys come from, and they were like almost critical, like, well, how much more can they be doing for charity? And I said, you don't understand. This is something that this is all they do really is to help projects help build for charity, and this is a way, like the Doge wallet. What you guys are trying to do with the satellite just proves you're putting your money where your mouth is, and we told them that, and I think it's hard to wrap your
Thank
mind
you.
around the vision. So
Thank you.
um
That's a very important point because a lot of project people do not necessarily are familiar with structure of American startups and how they work, and like you very well noticed, and I appreciate it. By the way, I took your lead here. You mentioned Elon Musk, so I left the Capital One, and I am standing now in Tesla, one of the most famous Tesla showrooms. I was trying to get the Cyber Dodge, yes, the Cybertruck yesterday, but we ran out of it. But anyway, here is a beautiful Tesla to make a point that we feel very, very connected to what Elon created for all of us, which is we make Elon affordable, okay? We make Elon affordable because if you were to try to get a way to pay for going to the moon, it wouldn't be easy or inexpensive. So we complement and we reinvent business model of SpaceX rockets, and I know it's very much aligned with principles of Elon, who is very committed to doing good for the humanity. But thank you for standing up or clarifying our intent. We are what I believe is a brand new breed of American startups where we do not wait till we are 70 years old or the age of Warren Buffett to be philanthropic. Philanthropy is built as a DNA of our for profit enterprise. To develop Copernic Space took millions of dollars because it's a platform, it's not a project, it's a platform. And of course, funding came initially from Grant and I, but something that makes America so special is we have a venture capital, we have angel investors. So Copernic Space has been successfully funded by our ability to fundraise, just like every Silicon Valley startup does, and our model is pretty much based on the Silicon Valley principles. But in addition to American investors, private investors, VCs, we have incredible group of European investors, which is wonderful because we want to be diversified. And we have 5 women investors, which is unprecedented. 5 women investors. Because I started a special program, I engage with women. One of them you know, works in Peacock, prominent art collector, curator, collector of coins, just recognized by people. So our company is very much on track to be very successful American space startup. But like you were very sweet to notice, I am not interested in making profit only. I am very innovative about finding the way to be to do philanthropy for profit as we meet our business objectives. And I want to recognize uh, also Austin, who just joined us from Oklahoma, and I am thrilled to have him, a brand new passport holder. And the way that we work is we always try to find something unique about you and your location that we can amplify by your membership in Copernic Space. And with Austin in particular, I discovered that he is a second or third generation satellite expert, has a satellite company. He's in Oklahoma, which has ambition of being a space state. Oklahoma's theme is gateway to space, but it's not being acted upon yet. So bringing space startup around satellites might be something that we might be inspired to do with Austin. And this is because Copernic Space allows you to start your own company on our platform. So thank you so much, AK, for your input and other important
Always, Lady
messages.
Rocket. You know, you guys have really inspired us, and I think like that's kind of the point we try to emphasize to, you know, the people that they didn't really know a lot about you or your company or Copernic Space, and so you know, we told them about the Lady Rocket Foundation, which they didn't know even existed. And then we also told them how, you know, instead of just investing in one charity or donating to a couple charities, you guys are investing in a platform, bringing projects on with the heart of charity, with the Lady Rocket Foundation and cat coins and everything you guys have done for the cat shelters, and then everything that's being built. And in addition to that, you know, something with our community that we're building specifically, which is an example of what I'm talking about, how you've inspired communities to join you in this endeavor, and then try to find ways that they can contribute by investing and bringing money in. So you know,
Yes.
Maui may, and I bring it up also because I know Crypto Bus is in the room, and Maui Babe and him had a really long conversation. She told me about in terms of stuff they want to do, which is, you know, and she's working in kind of in the background and has sent me some stuff. But so and this also ties together the stuff that we do with music, with Keep Clear Records, which
Yes.
is something Grant's into with music and everything. So this all kind of ties together. So Maui Babe has made some art for Ghostface Killa, who is a rapper with Wu Tang, who has launched a token on DOGE on Runes, which is called Go. It's called For the Children, and so that's kind of a charity that she's looking at also, in addition to cats. It's doing something for kids and maybe
Yes.
bringing this, you know, this kind of idea of sending stuff to the moon, to the
To
children,
fundraise.
and giving
Yes.
back that way. And so it's just an
Yes.
example of how, you know, in Catcoin doing their own thing, and then every project that works with you, I think you guys are going to inspire in some way to give back to charity. So you're inspiring a generation of projects that have charity at heart, which is a much
Thank
better
you.
way to give back than just giving to a charity yourself. So thank you for that, number one.
Yes.
And number two, just thank you for the opportunity for us to build. And I know we're going to be in touch and keep connecting different communities. And it's just amazing what you guys are doing. So.
Thank you very much. And on the top of it, we try to have this element of show and Hollywood. So we do not bore people with a traditional story of blockchain or traditional story of cryptocurrency, because guess what? People are not interested in cryptocurrency at this particular moment. But if you tell them about the different side of cryptocurrency, the way that we are using, going to the moon, holding events in a symbolically minimum places, just like I cut through from Capital One to Tesla, and it inspires me because we need to bring Tesla community to Lady Rocket Foundation. We already have great participants. And let me tell you where Copernic Space can make a huge difference for communities, your communities and blockchain communities. We are slowly but surely bringing the biggest organized segment of American society, which is space enthusiasts. There is more NASA T-shirts being bought than Nike. They are just not organized. They are not brought to crypto or Web3 because we do not pay attention to them. Well, Copernic Space and Lady Rocket Foundation has an authentic offer, invitation, and place for them. So this will be our major investment to bring this incredible American energy of being space enthusiasts, being proud of landing on the moon. And this is also so important to our geopolitical interests as a country, because China is very serious about the leading on the moon. Whoever will lead on the moon will lead in a geopolitical and economic sense in the future. And ultimate mission that I have behind Copernic Space is to provide a platform that will usher trillions of dollars from us directly to the space projects, either NASA, private projects, foundations, because it's ultimately, like I say, you are already paying for Elon Musk's rockets because NASA is using your money, okay? So your money is already spent on space. You just don't have a direct participation in it or the way to be rewarded for it. So ultimately, Copernic Space is aiming to be $1 trillion in about 5 years platform that will allow you to access, choose, and support financially our American moon program, space program, Mars program, and of course other countries as well. But our American program is a definite priority. And of course, films, stories, because storytelling is so important. And yeah, and if you guys can, K9, if you can tell, and T2, great to see you. I saw books coming in and out, and I wanted to invite him to speak, but he just dropped out. So please be my witness that I wanted to invite him to speak because I want to acknowledge that books, David was the first person who really inspired me to pay a lot of attention to DOGE and then DOGE Now. Okay?
Leading all the way to the moon, Lady Rockin', leading all the
Yes.
way to the moon. This is amazing. Thank you to everyone who's joined. I'm so happy that you have highlighted books, a very important member of the Dogenos community. And I just wanted to say J5 couldn't stay, but sends all his love.
And books leads the militia, and I think digital Ronin is also part of it, and K9. Look them up, the militia, the experts, development team, champions, who not only understand the technology, but the strategy, purpose, and social value. I'm trying to get back to the club because it's noisy here. So just a moment. Okay. Back at the more quiet Capital One place. So yes, so recognition to books. Please let him know that I talked about him and the militia. It's like a Mission Impossible team when it comes to Dodge NAS and Dodge that we are working with very closely. Thank you, guys. I think that's plenty. Thank you, Carla, for helping me to co-host, and for the speakers, and all of you. This is a wonderful, wonderful takeoff. Remember, drop some coins, and we'll be talking to you. The cafe just while returning? I'm sorry? Did you leave the cafe and return? Yes. So when that happens, we do ask the customers take their belongings. Okay. Sorry, I'm being advised not to leave my belongings here in the club. Yeah. Okay. They're watching after me. But anyway, it's wonderful to have you join us tomorrow. uh, Put some DOGE, because it goes for the community. Okay, it's going to go for the project. Suggest the project. Think if you want to have your own DOGE coin. If you do, it really would take a lot of effort to figure out how you can make a history with it, and potentially also financial and social benefit. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Lady Rocket. Pushing boundaries everywhere you go. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I love you too. To the moon. To
To
the
the
moon.
moon.
Yes. Yes.
To
Cats,
the
dogs, and
moon.
children.
Thank you. Take care. Bye
And
bye. Bye
Bye.
bye.
much love, everyone.
Much love.
Everyone.